Am I a jerk for distrusting my mom with relationships? Okay, so about a year ago, a 26-year-old dude, told my 67-year-old mom that I just couldn't trust her anymore when it came to any future relationships. We were chatting about a trip I took where I met a girl, and she straight up asked if there were plans for them to meet. I decided to be real with her. I wasn't sure if I would introduce anyone to her. She pressed me on why, and I laid it all out. Because of how she treated my last girlfriend, I didn't feel like I could trust her with anyone else. She ran off to her room, crying. Since then, I've been on dates, lots of them, but I never breathe a word to her. She genuinely thinks I haven't dated anyone in 4 years. Truth is, she's just the only one I don't tell. My dad and sisters know, and they're sworn to secrecy. Now, let me give you some backstory on my mom's behavior in that previous relationship. I dated Amy for 6.5 years. The first year, my mom was awesome. She seemed genuinely interested in Amy, trying to connect with her. Then, Amy got kicked out of her family's place, and my dad, bless his heart, let her move into my room without charging us anything. My parents live separately. Amy lived with us for about 8 months until she found her own place. During that time, my mom complained about everything Amy did or didn't do. It started with her complaining just to me, but then she took it directly to Amy. It got so bad that Amy and I decided she'd be better off getting her own apartment, which I joined her in shortly after. After we moved out, my mom found new things to gripe about. She blamed Amy for his moving out and said she was the reason we were struggling to afford rent. She started making comments about Amy's weight gain right to our faces. We were both eating cheap food, called her a druggie behind her back when she overheard Amy and my sister talking about cannabis, and a faker when she got injured and couldn't work. Eventually, it escalated to the point where I told her to stay away from Amy and me. Here's the worst part. Amy helped my dad unload furniture. We were surprised to see my mom there too. I left Amy with my mom for maybe 30 seconds to help my dad. When I got back, my mom had this weird, huge grin, and Amy was just silent. After we left, Amy burst into tears. She said she couldn't tell me what my mom had said because she didn't want to ruin my relationship with her. It's been half a decade, and I still have no idea what was said. Amy wasn't perfect, but my mom crossed the line multiple times. We tried talking to her, setting boundaries, even going no contact. The problem is that my mom is in the early stages of dementia. She remembers most things, but she denies so many of the things I've just told you about, which makes holding her accountable nearly impossible. So, am I the A*hole?